Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time for tonight. We got the final map of this great series. wAPANDA versus Entropy. We're on Coastal. I'm Kaiser, and joined here today by my good friend now,
Pencil, and it has been nothing but a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me here. First time casting Battalion. It is amazing, electrifying here with that overtime, and just like that, wAPANDA now will get to pick on Coastal. And it's interesting because they actually Entropy won the knife round on Manor House. Now it is wAPANDA's time to defend for the first rounds. And
wAPANDA finally breaking the curse of losing all the knife rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Only starting on Axes. Let's see if they can be so effective. We've seen them on Axes on several maps, and they've been so good. So they want to have a great start onto this final map because what a great map last one. Going into OT, Entropy and wAPANDA both fighting desperately to get what they want. Entropy obviously wanting to win it. wAPANDA wanting to have a chance to win it, and now they have the chance. Both on equal footing on this decider as we're in 4 versus 4.
But what's interesting here, they got 2 trenches. Meanwhile, Entropy only stayed with 1 trench gone. But nevertheless, right now, you can clearly see, both teams so heavily equal. And now, keep in mind, wAPANDA has the trench gun advantage here. Meanwhile, Entropy has 2 grease guns. This will come into play. Excuse me. The leader has a trench gun also. For some reason, the gun was just showing the grease gun. I do apologize for that misinformation. But nevertheless, right now, Mastermind also has a trench gun. So this is going to be rather interesting. As the clock is ticking and it's 40 seconds, bomb will be planted. Excuse me, it was a fake, but the leader has to commit to it. Mastermind has to commit to it. Here we go. Bomb is planted.
Shotgun
1
versus
trench
shotgun
gun versus 2. Yes, sir. That is absolutely correct. It's 2 trench guns versus 1. The leader actually challenging that gets it, but challenges get a little bit too greedy there. Meanwhile, 1v2, you can see Slatin laughing his bot up, but I mean, there's nothing funny about that. You are weak, you challenge, you should just stay back. Meanwhile, 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Mastermind pushing in. Mastermind gets a frag. It's a 1v1 Strofe, and Mastermind 15 seconds on the clock, and now it's just dancing the Macarena at this point. But Mastermind backing away. 7 seconds. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mastermind with that run and actually gets the frag in the round. Solid start by Entropy. They're barely making it, but still incredible run by Mastermind. Truly a mastermind. See what?
Yeah, playing ring around roses with his opponent on statue, and then saw the time, realized if he just ran, his opponent had to stick the defuse, and as soon as you stick the defuse, the round is over. It's in favor to the allies there. So really solid round from Mastermind, clutching it out. But it was a clutch, and you have to see how wAPANDA responds, if they can respond.
If that is correct. But again, like you were talking about, Kai, wAPANDA picked this map for a reason, of course. We saw them performing in Coastal. They won in Coastal, and I mean, can they do it again though? I mean, to be fair, Entropy barely won this round. But meanwhile, you have Keystar, the last player remaining, 3 players on the I was gonna say Wakanda. on the wAPANDA side. And again, 1-1 now definitely a solid start for wAPANDA. 3 players remaining. Only Keystar, I believe it was the player who was alive. And right now we got ourselves a tie. Really solid start by wAPANDA for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, they were unlucky in the first round to this end, and then they did a solid rebuttal, winning that second round very convincingly, only dropping 2 players, I believe, by the end of it. But that's, of course, doesn't mean Entropy is out of it. They are starting on the harder side, which is the allies, and they have some interesting strats using these smokes very effectively. You can see they're crossing towards B. Joshua on top of the truck will be fallen as well as lose game 1. He's looking for more. Almost falls, but so does the leader. Look how low the leader is. Finally, Round goes to wAPANDA.
Perfect round. 5 players alive, and well, no economy destructed by wAPANDA, looking really, really good. And third round, but wAPANDA looking solid, and you called it. I mean, this is their map. This is their map, and it clearly shows the potential that wAPANDA has on this map. Meanwhile, Entropy, with not the best economy round, 2 trench guns, 2 power buttons, Strove pushing in, gets the first shot, gets the first blood on Slat, and Samuel retaliating after that bad luck in Manor House, taking down a deleter, as the leader gets a deleter from the map. Blue takes a shot at Mastermind, gets taken down. Kiosar and Jay himself are the last 2 players remaining. Kite so fast. wAPANDA is so good in this map compared to Entropy at the moment. Prove me wrong. Obviously, the match just started barely, but wAPANDA, again, perfect game. 5 players. And Jay himself is the last player alive. Niels gets taken down, but he has a carbine. And I believe, no, he picked up the trench gun.
No, he has switched back to his carbine and trench gun, so now he's got both of them. He still knows there's a player towards Attic, I believe, but Dins will make it easy for him. Takes off his head, as well as giving them the round 3-1. So for these rounds, have been quite convincingly for wAPANDA, but it's still early on, and it does seem like we are having a pause from Entropy. Maybe they need to discuss, try and change things up. Now, I know some things about Entropy is a lot of them are quite passionate players, is the kind word to say it. When things go badly, they will start saying some passionate words, which could, of course, have some knock-on effect. A lot of these players on HP are, whereas wAPANDA, they're quite calm. They're quite like-minded. That's why they do better in the long run, and that's why you wanted Entropy to really close it out on the last map. This third map, I would say, does favor wAPANDA.
That is correct. I mean, I have nothing to disagree with you at the moment. I mean, wAPANDA is, but I mean, we're putting emphasis on wAPANDA for a second, but talk about Entropy for a second. Entropy looked really solid for his map, and all of a sudden, you know, we saw Mastermind going insane with the Car 98. I mean, getting multi-frags with the Car 98 and then the trench gun. So we can't just focus on wAPANDA here for a second. But right now, Entropy, you know, coming from that excellent performance from Liberation, and then Manor House, just pretty much they had the lead the entire time. They threw everything away, and now we got ourselves a third map. But the issue is here. This map is, you know, this is where wAPANDA shines on Coastal. You can clearly see it's 3-1, but again, barely all the majority of the rounds, every player from wAPANDA is alive. It's just simple. It's just the way it is, and you're gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, you can even see on their deaths. Most that's died is actually Samuel G, who was a little bit unlucky last round, dying last map, dying a lot. And then you have Dins and Strove, both only died once. Niels Blues died twice. On the other side, we're seeing 4 to 3 deaths. Mastermind having 3 deaths after clutching that one round. So on Entropy, everyone's died every single round, minus Mastermind, who clutched it out one round. So you can see slight difference in deaths that way and how more consistent wAPANDA has been in this map, but it's still early days. It's still only the 5th round. We only just got past the first round, and now we're moving into the middle section, which is going to be who's going to be the champion and who's not.
That's exactly right. And right now, take a look at Samuel here. Want to take a look at Samuel. Samuel's trying to go for the front, push short speed, throws the frag, backs out, but Blue out of the, oh my goodness, Blue just get a nice double kill. And at this point,
It's Blues and Dins.
at this point, Entropy has to be very frustrated. They have to be very frustrated. I mean, again, you threw the map on Manor House, and now you come into this is wAPANDA's playground. As you can clearly see, they definitely have to be pissed.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough for him, especially when you're starting allies. It's always going to be tough, and you're going to start hitting a wall several times before you find the crack. The question is, have they found the crack? Mastermind has found a weakness, taking down Dins. It's still only a 2 versus 4. And it's going to be tough for them to even get the plant down and defend the bomb site. Finally,
And
bomb will
I
be
mean,
planted.
at this point, you can see that this is just mind games for wAPANDA right now. Faking, planning, faking. I mean, look at the score clearly. I mean, Samuel again rectifying that performance on Manor House, and you can see now this is their playground, Kai. I mean, we can keep going on and on and on, but wAPANDA on this map is just solid.
Yeah, but we have to remember, it's still early days. They are on the stronger side. We've got allies, which is a lot more difficult, and finally the economy's in a good place to start getting scopes and start getting more Garans and more utility. And this is where things need to start changing with Entropy. This is the round which can decide them to get at least 2 more. So instead of saying 4-1, we could be saying 4-3 in 2 minutes.
Do agree with you. However, you have to keep in mind, at this point, being the last map, every round is important. You can't have any room for mistake. The leader with a nice entry on Niels. Now they have 2 scopes coming in. They're 3 rifles coming in. Meanwhile, again, even though Niels is the only player down from wAPANDA, Jay himself with a wall bang there on Samuel. Samuel finally gets taken down.
Samuel G's also confused at what happened there. How did he get wallbang? But that was a nice angle for Joshua. And it does seem like they want to go towards A, and there is one player which could stop them, which is Strove, who has a shotgun. And you can see Entropy just surrounding the A site. What's a nade getting in there? He has to push Strove off it. But he has managed to recover, and he's expecting Zlatan, but Zlatan's quicker. Strove didn't expect how close he was, and this is open to A site, and now it's all up to Blues 1 versus 4, which Delete will clean up 4-2. And I said it. This is the round where things can change. And things are starting to change.
That is correct. And again, we're not even halfway through, but still, like you acknowledge, it is a game changer. The thing is, can they keep that momentum going? You did win a very crucial round, but one thing is winning that crucial round, and then the next is keeping it consistent after you win that round. That is the question here. And right now, they have to keep that momentum going. You can clearly see Kistar gets hit by the grenade, so they have info that they're in spawn. Now it's just a matter of capitalizing on these frag. The leader being from with that Springfield. Meanwhile, all these smokes coming in, barely can't see anything. Dins gets the first shot on Zlatan at the moment. Now, take a look at Jay himself watching that coastal. Nothing at the moment, nothing on site. Niels going through connector. Garden gets a shot there. Keystar gets taken down. Strove, meanwhile, controlling bottom A. Samuel trying to see the cross. He gets the info, though. He sees somebody crossing, so that info has to be already provided. You can see Dins getting ready for that push behind. Next to Yellow Shot, behind those little market carts, if you will. Now, 40 seconds remaining on the clock here. Zlatan is down. Keystar is down. Blue is down. Smokes are coming in trying to go for the plant, but Niels gets the better of Mastermind. Meanwhile, only 1 smoke on Niels' side. 2 players remaining from Entropy. Somehow Deleter gets away with it, but still Strove, Samuel, and Niels got the last players alive. 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Jay himself planning the bomb, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen, off to the races here. Can they capitalize on this round? Like I said, it is a crucial round nevertheless, but if you can't win the next one, you're gonna fall, and fall they did, Kai. 5-2 in favor of wAPANDA.
Now, they're still on the road to get a solid half. Despite losing that round, 5-2, Nils had an incredible round, getting 4 kills. And they're looking very, very solid. But Entropy just needs 2 more rounds. They just need 2 more rounds. We already seen how many rounds wAPANDA needed on Manor House. They only got 3 rounds, and that was enough for them to get 2-12 and then get that map win.
All right, you are again.
Is Entropy strong enough? That is the real question. And they have shown us that they have the skill and they have the teamwork to do it. Can they do on this map? And only time will tell as well as this round. And the first frag's going to decide the round most of the time.
but it has to be a little frustrating here. I mean, yeah, might be a little bit mentally exhausted. I mean, again, excellent performance on Liberation, and then you come to this, and now you see yourself in a 5-2 deficit here. But did Jay himself pick it up Samuel? So right now, again, looking good on this round. Definitely look convincing, unless I could be wrong. Holy mother of God, just like that is a 1v2 Kai out of the blue in a matter of 3-4 seconds. But Strove is the last player alive here. Entropy, excuse me, Slide watching that street side. Strove gets the best of Jay himself. Will he go for that defuse?
He is going for the flank. Zlatan playing it patiently, spraying through the smoke. Now Strove has the intel where Zlatan is. He's gonna start sticking it, and Zlatan will know that he's on the bomb, and he's gonna stick it. He's trying to fake it, but he's not gonna stop. Strove gets a defuse, and it all went down to Blues getting that 3 kills in a 2 versus 5. Push through the smoke, gets the first frag.
What did I tell you on Manor House? Pros don't fake. Pros do not fake, ladies and gentlemen. And at this point, you should have seen it coming. It is, but yeah, but the first one, he's still alive though. He got it between the smoke though. I mean, don't steal my thunder here, buddy. Okay, that was kind of a. But I mean, you have to know. All kidding aside, you're right, by the way. But all kidding aside, you know what I mean. You at some point you got to be, you know. It's debatable. I mean, sometimes people fake enough a lot, or it's just there's not a cue there where it tells you, okay, he's faking. So at least that I'm aware of course. But nevertheless, Mastermind gets taken down. Beans and Blue also down. And again, going for that plan. Entropy really confident.
Yeah, and they managed to get the plant consistently, and that's going to help their economy. But it also helps their opponent's economy, because every time they defuse that bomb, they get a token as well. So it's hand in hand. The question is, can they actually hold it this time? Blues was instrumental of their demise last time, but can they do it this time? Strove gets the frag. So does Zinos taking out Delita, making it 3 versus 2. Advantage now in wAPANDA's favor. But this crossfire set between Entropy is good. Zlatan gets the first frag. Kisa's in a good position to get one as well. He does. It's all up to Samuel now. Both players are low, but they are regenning now. And there we have it. 3rd round for Entropy. And it's going to be a close game, just like Manor House.
That is correct. But I mean, the difference is wAPANDA has control of the map so far. So, I mean, it's the tables have turned. Now, the question is, will the tables turn at the end where wAPANDA came back in Manor House? So, I mean, you got to be careful with that. I mean,
wAPANDA went onto the X's at the end, whereas this time they're starting on the X's. Yeah. Getting 7-5, it's still a solid Axis half, but it's also a solid ally half. It's very equal on that, but even getting 6-6 equal, but you have to favor the allies in that, and it all depends on how many rounds Entropy can get. But Dins, he's going to try and make sure that it doesn't happen. He gets the first frag onto Mastermind. As well as the fact that Nil's taking down the leader, so advantage in favor for wAPANDA. And if you're wAPANDA right now, you just want to stick in that Entropy react.
And here we are. Still 58 seconds. 3v5. Again, could it be a perfect game for wAPANDA? All the players are alive and well, full HP. Meanwhile, Entropy struggling to even get a plant going. Meanwhile, they're trying to go towards that A through mid. Joshua himself already near the side outside. Will the plant happen? Niels gets a shot on Zlatan. Blues picks up Keystar, and again, just like that, perfect round for wAPANDA. 7-3. And Kai, I mean, I have to debate with you a little bit here. Like you said previously, Entropy did manage to win that important round you were talking about based on the economy. But like I said, it's one thing to win that round and then keep it going. And clearly after that round, nothing has been going in Entropy's favor.
Yeah, it's been so far every time wAPANDA wins 2, Entropy managed to get 1 back. So judging by that logic, wAPANDA's going to win this round and then Entropy's going to win the last one. Which is still a solid half. Like I said, 4 rounds solid for allies. Question is, can they actually get towards that 4th round, which is
Oh yeah.
the golden number?
That is absolutely correct, and do appreciate you providing all this information. It's very knowledgeable in on your behalf. And right now, the bomb, I believe, was planted. Yes, sure, the bomb is planted. The leader, Mastermind, and Mastermind actually gets a double kill. The leader there taking down Mr. Samuel. 2v3, but keep in mind we've seen this before. Now 2v3, not much of a big deal for wAPANDA as far as the history goes on this map. Strofe, just like that, like I told you, out of the blue, they make it a 2v2, 2v1 after you had the man advantage, excuse me. Can they go ahead and do it? They're gonna go for that defuse. He's shooting some bodies there. The leader actually gets the better of Strofe. 15 seconds remaining 7 seconds, and the leader gets a nice double kill, trying to stay alive. 7-4. Very nice work by the leader.
Yeah, and I think that's the main difference between these two teams. You see a lot more individualism in Entropy. Like in that round, pretty much every single player on wAPANDA had to kill -1 person, and Entropy, you only had 2 people getting the frags. And looking at the scoreboard, it's quite similar. Kirsten and Zlatan both very quiet. Whereas on the other side, everyone's doing relatively well. Strofe and Samuel G a little bit at the lower end, but Blue, Snilsk, and Dins all around that 12 kill mark.
Right now, I mean, take a look at Entropy. I believe this seems to be going to be an aggressive push here with 4 Thompsons here. Maybe an act of desperation or just not enough economy to run with, but it seems like they're crumbling down after all that attempt to plant the bomb on B. Just like that, Masterminds is the last player remaining high. I mean, I have to tell you, this is not looking...
Well, they reached that golden number. It's 8-4.
Mm-hmm.
They can easily come back into it. Is what I said before. They need to win this first round of this half. That's going to snowball them to have at least, most likely, 3 rounds. Because typically, if you win the first round of this half now, you can get the next 2.
So obviously, you know,
typically, obviously, yeah. There's
absolutely.
The opponent
on paper, like you said, it being the golden number as it is, obviously, you know, on paper, you know, now you got a little bit more comfortable position to get a few rounds. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like it's not gonna be enough. I mean, it's just Entropy. The rounds, if you look at these 4 rounds, they almost feel like, you know, they won these 4 rounds but barely make it to be. Oh, and that is a very unfortunate friendly fire by Jay himself. What it could have been a double kill, but Jay himself manages to pull a friendly fire there on his teammate. Meanwhile, Samuel gets the frag on the leader. Samuel approaching on the broken building, trying to make a flank of some sort.
And then Kearsar's flanking the flanker. You still have Jay on A side, and it still does seem like wAPANDA wants to go towards A, and Joshua is going to be the key person in this. At some point, you want to see a Mastermind side to move, because he's a little bit out of the action. But now, the push is going to start coming in. Strofe able to take him out, and this is going to cause rotation for Mastermind. A little bit late. Kearsar has a lot of work to try and get back into this round, and it does seem like wAPANDA's going to win it after a great start. Joshua killing his teammate wasn't what they needed.
But that's the moment the bomb is planted, so Mastermind has a lot to work with his trench gun, if you will. Misses the shot, and ooh, just like that, wAPANDA manages to get the win again, 9-4. I believe it's a matter of 4 more rounds. 4 more rounds for wAPANDA to finish it off and go home
as the champions, obviously. And again, Entropy are on the favored side, and that's the key thing which you have to remember. Since they're on the favored side, they can make a comeback. They just have to be flawless when they do it. And this round, if they win it, that's when the comeback can start. Very unlikely that they can win it, so probably going to see the comeback starting when wAPANDA gets their 10th round. Samuel G making it more doable, getting that frag on top of Spawn House.
But it looks like it's going to be an A push here, Kai. definitely looks like it's going to be an A push, or unless a rotation happens. You can see Din's slow. Yikes. Mastermind trading to Samuel. Nail score really close to the side. The leader taking down Blue. Strove taking down the leader. So again, trade-offs are happening at the moment. 1 minute remaining. I believe there's somebody on. No, just not somebody. I thought I heard a sound. But right now, Dins has the top hand. Oh, and just like that. Do you see how he got up from the middle? Definitely not watching his mid. So the bomb is already planted. PSR gets a nice double kill there of his own, but Neil's controlling the stairs, taking down Kiastar. It's a 1v1, both players with trench guns. So rather interesting situation. Mastermind, will he stab him in the back? And just like that, Mastermind 9-5, trying to keep the dream alive with the backstab of that trench gun. 9-5, ladies. This is again Entropy trying to show signs of life.
Yeah, and I said as soon as they get that first round, they can start making a comeback. Now we can start growing an economy. You see Slash and Kiss are both on 7 points, so you see Slash pick up a scope. Kirstar picks up an STG, and Smokey still has 2 coins to work with, which he can save over. Lisa and Joshua both having good weapons, but on the other side, we are seeing some weapons like 7G getting the Garand, and we're seeing shotguns and Thompsons, but we don't see a scope like Entropy has. And that's going to be the key factor, how they're going to use these weapons effectively.
And keep in mind, we already seen Slime sniping with the previously on the map, so definitely a good choice for Slime. Hopefully he can do something with it. Meanwhile, misses a shot, the leader gets taken down. So obviously right now, Slime had to call out that there's somebody in the coastal area. I believe Jay himself saw somebody inside Red Shot, or I could be wrong. But either way, wAPANDA approaching towards the B side. Mastermind out of nowhere with the trench gun. Kiastar takes down Niels. So it is now Strove, Samuel, and Blue. Kiastar gets a nice double kill with the STG. 50 seconds. Strove gets the best of Kiastar with a nice, beautiful headshot, I might add. Still a lot to work with. 3 players remaining from Entropy. Strove and Blues, last 2 players remaining. Get to go ahead and do it. Have enough time to plant the bomb if they will plant the bomb. Meanwhile, Sladden covering the top side of the stairs. Jay himself still on A, just in case they decide to rotate. Meanwhile, Strove still midway through the street now as they are getting close towards the bomb with 20 seconds remaining here. Smoke's coming in, trying to avoid any angles. Blues sees somebody that is not other than Slide with the Car 98. So, oh my god, with that jump shot there. Very nice shot by Blue on Slide, and Slide has to be angry after that. Mastermind gets the better of Blue with a Springfield there. Strove is the last player, 2v1. And that will be none other but a fake. Jay himself picks up Strove, picks up the gun in 9-6.
Bomb defused. Yeah,
9-6, 3-round difference. They are closing the gap Entropy ever so slowly that it is. And the economy's still looking pretty good for wAPANDA, so you're going to see them fight. And so that's how he's probably going to pick up the scope again, unless he decides that he shouldn't. After missing some shots there, he decides that he shouldn't. With the MP4, he deletes it, sticking with it. But a lot of utility to be used on Entropy, and we've seen how effective they are with their nades. Let's see if they can get some frags on the crosses here. Deep smoke.
Oh yeah, but Samuel with the first frag there of the round, Slime gets out sniped. Meanwhile, Jay himself has a sniper of his own as well. Blue is down. Niels gets a shot. Now Entropy showing signs of life. My goodness, Kai, can we see a comeback from them as well? Right now they have the upper hand. It's just Samuel and Dins with a sniper and a trench gun. So you either save or you're going to go ahead and clutch it up. Which one is it going to be? You have 1 minute remaining at this very moment.
Yeah, 1 minute remaining. Samuel, G, and Dins, sniper and scope. At this point, I think they'd rather just save or maybe just try and do as much damage as they can, because it's going to be difficult to come back at this with 4 players still alive on Entropy. And Dins trying to do a long range pick, but Samuel G is able to have some success towards A side. The bomb is still dropped.
Oh, dear God,
Samuel G able to do this?
Samuel just running around, jumping like a rabbit there, just destroying the hell out of that guy's life. Meanwhile, you got 25 trying to scope in. Can't get a right angle here. Dan's coming in big with the trench gun, but Mastermind goes even bigger with a double kill there. Excuse me, that was Kiastar. Excuse me, I get confused with the plus sign. But Kiastar coming in even bigger with that play, getting a double kill frag. 9-7. Kai, what are we watching? I mean, 9 to
It's going to
7
be
now.
a
It
close
almost
game.
feels the same as Manor House. I mean, we've been here before.
We have been here before, but this time it's Entropy's turn to make a comeback since they did start on their axes on the second half, and they're going to get the weapons they want. And we do have a pause come in from wAPANDA. They want to maybe talk some strategy. Maybe go for a piss break. It's hard to tell since we don't have comms. But damn, this is going to be an interesting game. It's going to go down to the wire, just like Manor House did. Goes towards one of the maps where it's very competitive, and it's quite like a lot of teams like to say pug style. It used to be, but I think now it's a lot more strategic than people in mind. The smokes are so important, like smoking down mid every single round. You want to do that so your opponents don't know what you're doing. They can't see you across, or they won't know if you're pushing down mid or if you're pushing mid to T, mid to red. A lot of different things you can do with smokes on this map, and I feel like that's what you need to do on your attack.
Sky's the limit when you throw these smokes,
Yeah.
and you can't just do it with one smoke. You have to at least have two smokes. And you can clearly see how well timed they throw the smokes. They actually they obviously have this coordinated. One on the right side, one on the left side. So you're obviously covering everything between the statue, so it gives you an opportunity to decide where we're going to go B, or we're going to go A, or we're going to fake. What are we going to do? But I do agree with you. Smokes are very important, especially the way you're throwing them in the middle of the map. So that creates so many openings for you, and you can make so many decisions. And right now, still the teams are, I believe it's paused.
Yeah, it's paused by wAPANDA. Still not ready yet. I'm just gonna wait as they interject what they want to do. So it seems like Sanji's back. I think he did a little crouch there. But with Entropy, they're starting to look a little bit more comfortable. It's still a very close round the last round. They went down to a 1-1, and it could have went either way. Kearstar was considerably lucky that Dins wasn't able to get that shot off with the shotgun, especially at that range, because if Dins actually got that shot off, Kearstar would have been dead.
Right, you are here, and believe somebody got stuck in the bathroom. I'm not really sure what it. Oh, there we go.
Chris is puking.
Believe we're good to go.
Not quite yet. It seems like one of the Entropy players is feeling a little bit sick. Blue's comment, I like that. But yeah, it's still a very close game. Could go either way.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're talking about now. It's just a 2-round deficit here. Obviously, that you can come back from this clearly. So it's just a matter of time before it happens. You have to be, Entropy has to be feeling a little bit confident. I mean, winning these rounds constantly. Now they have a good economy. Now they have good guns. Like you said, not only that, but after the round switch, you have to use the defensive side a lot to your advantage. Like you said, this is more of an easy task, and slowly surviving and slowly crawling back towards the tie or the lead. So it's just a matter of time. However, can't take anything away from wAPANDA. This is their map. You can clearly see how strong they are on this map after that performance from Liberation in Manor House, barely winning Manor House, to be fair, barely winning the map, and now you got ourselves a game 9-7.
Yeah, 9-7 at the moment. The players are just talking while we wait for one of the players to get back after feeling a little bit sick. That's how tense this game is. One of the Entropy players is puking their guts because it's so tense.
This is very tense. That is true. This is very, very tense.
So far, this series has been one to enjoy. About they just at the moment in chat, they just talking about the fact that when wAPANDA faced bot 123 in triple OT, it went. We talked about a player Max Strafe. He is a name to watch in the community. Max was able to drop 48 kills in that game,
Jesus
and they
Christ.
still lost. And they still lost.
Feels bad. I mean, coming in with 48 frags and losing, yeah. I can guarantee you that if it was me, yeah, I would have thrown my computer out of the window. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it is what it is, and that was then, and this is now. We're just waiting on somebody. I mean, is he okay? I mean, it's been quite some time now.
They say he'll come back any minute. When someone's ill, it's unlucky. But the leader is finally back, and we're
But
finally getting back into the game. Finally,
respect to these players actually waiting, and the leader for being sick and stop continue playing.
yeah.
But back to what matters here. I believe it looks he's going to be a push here. You got two players rushing through Coastal there. Meanwhile, Bomb in the middle, two players going towards B at this very moment. Now, Coastal players need to be careful with this. Trying to go, Blue is trying to control that red shop here. Nobody on site though. Meanwhile, Mastermind, oh, but Mastermind there, bad timing, if you will. Dins gets the better of Mastermind, so that is one trench gun down. And meanwhile, Jay himself picks up Neil skin. Dins slowly coming in towards the site. You can see how B is pretty much open at this point. KSR on that connector. KSR gets a shot on Din's. Very nice trade. 2v3 though. It's still 50 seconds remaining. Jay himself going from the back here on the stairs. Bomb will be planted in about 2 seconds. Here we go. Bomb is planted. Strofe backing out. Strofe gets the trench gun, but unfortunately gets taken down very close here. I might add. Blue, the last player alive. Keystar and Jay himself. Kai 1v2, 1v1 now. Talk about bad timing there. Keystar gets taken down. Definitely a bad timing on his part, though, with 25 seconds remaining here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Blue just has to wait patiently. He doesn't need to reload, has enough bullets to at least get the frag. Gotta go for that fake defuse, but Blue patiently waiting and gets the best out of Jay himself. 10-7, and we're closing in. Kai, 3 more rounds for wAPANDA.
Yeah, it's really lucky Blue's got the timing there. From because he was so far away, he was at top red, and he had to run all the way to the B site. During that time, if Entropy had that information, they could have stuck the defuse, and the round would have been over. Because they didn't have the information, they thought he was towards L. You could see Joshua and Kizar angling themselves to fight that player, which was an L, which we know never existed. And Blue's got the backstab, and he was able to play the time perfectly. But that was that round. Now it's a new round. Let's see if Mastermind can get this frag onto Dins. He's unable to. Tanks on both ends, but no frags.
Well, clearly, but I mean, right now, all players are alive here, and well, now you can see how now it's even more of a slower pace as they are approaching towards the end. The leader gets taken down again, unfortunately for him, but Blue gets the better of the leader right now. Now they have the man advantage here. I wouldn't say it's much of a difference here, but nevertheless, you have to be careful with these frags. Slatin gets another kill there. Blue gets taken down, excuse me. Now it's a 4v4. Ooh, Keystar on a very nutty angle, I might add. You can barely see Keystar Dins trading, so all these trades are happening are very good so far, but Mastermind being very sneaky with a nice double kill there. But Dins against Samuel gets a better 1v2. This is going to be it here, ladies and gentlemen. They need this win. Entropy needs this win, but you can clearly see Samuel faked it. Smoke, obviously this is Smoke. He fakes it and rotates back. Going to be rotating towards A, and this is going to be rather interesting. Keep in mind, Slime has a trench gun, so if he gets up close and personal, he should be able to win Meanwhile, Samuel barely making it alive. He runs away, but Jay himself sees Samuel. Samuel with the peak. Oh no, this is bad timing, definitely. Oh no, he drops down. He knows Slan is around. Slan goes for that fake. Oh dear lord, now it's just they're both dancing around each other here, Kai.
Oh, you need that music for this type of play. Zlatan still faking and finally gets the frag. Samuel G tried his best, ringing around the roses an entire side, making Zlatan second guess himself several times. He put up a good fight, Samuel G, but Zlatan able to get it back, so it's 10-8. The gap is still pretty close, but wAPANDA's going to keep their lead for the time being.
Take a look for a second here. No.
That's the type of scenario where you have that music,
oh, yeah.
you know, like
the suspense is killing. But I mean, if you take a look at the scoreboard, I haven't noticed. Take a look at Slan, 5 and 14, not having the best game at the moment. So very crucial. We know what Slan is capable of. We've seen it with the rifles. We've seen it with the scopes. I mean, a very solid player, but not having the best game at the moment. Dins gets somebody on site. That is Mastermind who gets hit. So already the information is provided. Mastermind in the corner with the trench gun. Again, nothing new. 2 trench guns happening. Slide gets taken down. So did he get taken down? Oh no, he barely made it. Holy crappers, he barely made it here.
So he's going to keep his life, and he's actually rotating closer towards L. As the B push is looking very likely, and Mastermind's in a very good position to stop it, as well as Kiesler. He gets the first frag, and Kiesler doesn't really need to peek anymore. He's let alone his position, and he can make a crossfire with Mastermind, and it's working very effectively. Samuel G only able to take down Zlatan, but he's very low, and the lead is on the hunt, and he's on the flank, and he will get that frag, just leaving Blues in a 1 versus 4. And position is now known.
10-9, 1 more round to tie it up, and Kai again. I mean, there's no more room for another map. This is going to be OT from here on out, and it's whoever wins. It's just this is rather yeah. This is it's going to be rather interesting to watch here. 1 more round, and it's like if they win this round, it'll be like Entropy is returning wAPANDA's favor after that match from Manor House, getting the lead and tying it up and actually winning the damn thing. So right now, this is going to be rather fun to watch as Mastermind is getting ready, waiting for that push if it happens. That is a trench gun. He knows he has to back out. Meanwhile, Mastermind also has a trench gun. He gets up with a nice double kill of his own, Blues. And again, all these trench guns are coming into play. Miz gets a hit marker, but Mastermind gets the best of Niels. And right now, Kai, the tie is happening. This is a deja vu all over again from Banner House.
10-10. Insane round from Entropy. They played it so well using the crossfires which they set up. The smoke's not deterring them at all. And they just won every single duel which presented themselves. Only 1 player, I believe, dropping. And every player stepping up, minus Zlatan, who is still struggling. But he's playing towards A, where they're going towards B. This time, seems like they are switching up wAPANDA. Smokes, which Entropy are using, are very interesting. It's actually caused a hair in their plan wAPANDA as Kiesler gets the first frag onto Blues. And Nils almost falls as well.
Oh yeah, indeed. Jay himself picking it up. Samuel Dins gets taken down. At Kai right now, things are not looking good. Again, the tables are turning around as right now they are 2 frags away from getting the lead again. Just exactly like Manor House, just like wAPANDA did, but oh my goodness, Niels gets a nice shot on Broken Wall with a headshot. Bomb is already planted. 3v2 though, still Strove and Niels. They need to play this correctly. They need to be careful. However, take a look at Strove. Strove has a trench gun, so right now throwing those shots up in the air, trying to create a distraction here. Now it's a 2v2. Oh, but the timing there, Slime gets the better of him, and the leader finished Niels off, so it's 11-10 in favor of Entropy.
Bomb defused.
Kai, what is happening?
Entropy is looking hot right now. They want it so badly. They should have won it on mana. Now they're answering back after losing 8-4. I told you, 4 is the golden number. That's all you need to make a comeback. And 11-10, they're taking the lead for the first time on this map. And they are close to finishing it. But you have to believe that wAPANDA still has something in their engine.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but right now, yeah, this is literally the tables turning around, and if we go 12-12, this is gonna be rather interesting. But I'm sure wAPANDA still has enough gas to win the map, and meanwhile the leader picks up blue. And wAPANDA retaliating back with that double kill there. Strobe and Samuel, 2 frags. Niels gets the 3rd frag of the round. It's all a matter of Keystar and Mastermind 2v2.
No, it's all up to Nils, 1 versus 2. And if you're Entropy right now, you just want to play together. They're probably going to find out the information that the bomb is on A site and Nils gets separated from it. You can see Nils is playing the long game, and the fact that they're separated, I'm not really liking it too much. But Mastermind is the main hope, and he gets that frag. Match point and championship point for Entropy has been achieved first.
You talk about a struggle. You talk about a turning a negative into a positive. The entire time, wAPANDA had control of the map entirely, and up until the last minute, now Entropy has a 10-12 lead. If they win, the leader can go back and relax and puke everywhere he wants to. But this is crunch time right now. Mastermind playing this aggressively, as you can see, trying to get a hold of Yellow. Gets to kill on Dins. Dins peek, but gets headshotted. And right now, this is looking solid. Slan takes Niels down with a trench gun. My goodness, they have the upper hand here. Samuel, Strove, and Blues are the last 3 players remaining here. Kai, what is going to happen here? What does wAPANDA needs to do here? I'm lost out of words, Takai. After all this time, getting control of the entire map, and now up until the last minute, this is it.
I always said that it wasn't over, and Entropy's just proving how much it wasn't over. But right now, we possibly see in the end, Mastermind in a good position with Shotgun, and he's got Keystar to back him up. Strove struggling to get the frag, and there's Keystar striking, just leaving Samuel G. Gets one, unable to get the second, and that's the game. Entropy are your champions, ladies and gentlemen, after a tough fought battle. Losing the half 8-4 in favor to wAPANDA, making a fight all the way back to win 13-10.
I am I'm lost for words. I am lost for words here. You talk about controlling the entire time. We were talking about it, how wAPANDA was so confident, how wAPANDA plays this map really good, and up until the last minute, you literally dropped the ball here, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell just happened?
Well, for me, it wasn't wAPANDA's fault. They played well. Their attacks had some structure to it. It looked like they had a goal in mind, but Entropy just fought back, and they just dug deep and then was able to make a comeback, make it 10-10, and then take the lead 11-10, 12-10, and then finally close out the map. Well deserved from Entropy, and wAPANDA played really, really well, and I can't wait to see more of them. In the next tournament.
I can't. I'm excited to see what's going to happen after this tournament. Congratulations to Entropy coming in big with that W on their belt. Well, what a day! What a day, Kai. Thank you so much for having me. Everybody that made this happen. Thank you so much. Everybody in the chat. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dark, for producing.
Absolutely, Dark. You
fantastic.
Are a beast.
And I believe that closes for the day. Make sure you tune in next week when we have the NA tournament, second week, and we can see who is going to be champions in A. And A, last time we saw the victories, which was Western Jesters. Can they do it again? Make sure you stay tuned.